Okay, people, this is Milsurp Dude here, and this rifle that you see right here is my Arisaka Type 99, and this specific rifle is a second series made at the Nagoya Arsenal. And Type 90, the Arisaka Type 99 is a 7.7 by 58 Jap or Arisaka round, and then I'm just gonna jump right into this, like as a review showing you the gun. So the history of the Arisaka is the Arisaka was designed by a Colonel Nariakiri Arisaka, who headed the design commission to develop the new rifle to replace the Muratas, which was the Japanese standard infantry rifle before. And right about now I should be rolling a picture in of the Muratas. And the reason it's called the Type 99 is because of the 2599th year of the Japanese calendar, which is how Hirohito designated his rifles. So this specific rifle does not have a chrysanthemum mark. It has been ground off, and the chrysanthemum was a 16-petaled mark, which represented the emperor's. Which represented the rifle was the emperor's property. It was the emperor's stamp. So this rifle has it ground off, as many were, because the Japanese, before they surrendered, would grind these off, or when they knew they were going to go into a major battle and they knew they would most likely lose, they would grind off. They would grind it off, most usually with the butt of the bayonet. They would grind it off, so as to not dishonor the emperor if the rifle was captured. Now, this one is definitely a Type 99. There are easy ways to tell that. First of all, this lettering right here in Japanese, that means these two right here mean 99, and that's type. So Type 99. Then the simplest way, which I can possibly tell, is because on the later guns, this was not here. On the later series, like the high 30s, 40s series, is that you see how this has one hole? Type 38s had two holes right there. When these are for punctured primers to vent the gases. Type 99 has one hole. Type 38 has two holes. That's the way you can tell. The simplest way that I find to tell. Now, this gun has many of the early series add-ons that the like the Last Ditch series did not, such as this right here, metal butt plate. On the later series, it would be a wooden butt plate secured by two nails, one here, one there. The other thing about the Arisaka stock, as you see here, the stock, you see that line right there? That's not a crack of the stock. How the Arisaka Type 99 stocks were made is they were made in two pieces, so the Japanese could utilize lower quality blanks, so they didn't have to be thrown away. So it's spliced in together. That's why you see that crack, and it separates over age. Now, the sling swivels on the Arisaka are here on the butt, and then front handguard. And I'm trying to find an original sling, because on later dates, how they use a sling, it was just a rope, like literally just a rope they used on later dates. That's how they issued them. Whoops. Now this specific rifle has a handguard cut, which means it was a GI bringback, non-import marked, which is right there. It's a cut right here. On normal ones, this would obviously be, this right here would be a one-piece solid piece. And the reason this has a duffel bag cut is when the GIs brought them home, they would have to disassemble the rifles so they could fit in a duffel bag. And the action disassembled would fit in a duffel bag, but the stock wouldn't, so they would have to cut right here. And this GI cut right under the barrel band. Now, another feature that the Arisaka has, this early one has, they don't have in the later ones, is these anti-aircraft sights, which is just simple as they are. Two wings that folded down like such, and which were used as, well, the Japanese military issued it like this so soldiers could shoot down aircraft. Didn't work. It's a bolt action rifle. I mean, how the hell can you perfectly estimate the distance and shoot a plane with one shot? There's a reason that machine guns on planes were machine guns and not bolt action rifles. You can kind of figure that one out easily. And it's a ladder sight like that. This would raise up, so you could raise. You have it's a peep sight ladder sight, which is like the Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark 1 and 2 peep sight ladder sight. It also has a battle sight. Not sure if you can see that right there. Whoops. Has a battle sight right there. So another pretty useless feature is the monopods. And why would you put a monopod on a bolt action rifle? Let me just get this down. There. Monopod. I mean, really? Freaking monopod? It's a wire monopod. So, I don't even know what to say about that. This one has a cleaning rod, although it is bulged or something because I unscrewed all the way. It just freely rotates. It's stuck somehow. It's probably rusted in there. See the front sight? This one has some rust on it, so I removed the rust using a Dremel with a little miniature wire brush like they have on bench grinders, and that easily took it off. So I'm gonna take this camera off the tripod and show you some a little bit more in depth on certain things. So this stock is in pretty good condition, as you can see. For a Japanese rifle, it's a little bit beat up, has some wear here. It almost looks like someone tried to carve into it a little. See there? There's a cross bolt. Crosses through, obviously. Now, the serial number on my specific one is 1931, which is not to be confused with the date, because these did not come into production until 1939. That right there is the Nagoya Arsenal mark. It's an outer circle, then with a circle on top there, and a lower circle. And then that is the Series 2 mark. It's a circle with a square inside. I already showed you the Type 99 mark. Barrel alignment marks. I have not really disassembled this all the way. And one reason I can't even get the trigger guard out is because this screw is welded. It's pretty much like cold welded in, and I think it's stripped to hell. So, whoops, focus. Now, one thing that's not like the Mauser, even though it's based on the Mauser 96 rifle. The bolt is a Mauser 96. Is that it's a unlike the K98s, the Mosin Nagants, and others, it is a cock on closing, much like the Lee Enfield is. It's a cock on closing, very smooth bolt action, but because it's a cock on closing, it's the awkward type of bolt you see. Like unlike the Mauser, where when you get all the way forward like this, you just push it down. This one you need to push. Let's see if I can get this. You push forward more, and this extra, like almost like a camming action. What is a camming action? Is what cocks the bolt. So I'm just gonna put this back on the tripod.